Hello, everyone. I'm James Milan, and this is the DPCD update. That's our Department of Planning and Community Development, and I am speaking with Claire Ricker, who is the director of that department. Good morning, Claire.
Good morning.
Nice to see you as always. Want to let people know we are going to be talking about several things as usual on the update. We'll talk about the specialized stretch code that's going before town meeting. We want to share, I think you want to share some results from the Arlington Housing Stability Program, an ARPA funded program. But we're going to start with that golden nugget of recent weeks and months, and that is MBTA Communities. So what should residents know, Claire?
Correct. So the department continues to work on the MBTA Communities zoning. We have just launched our 8-month campaign to engage the public and gather input about where this MBTA Communities potential should go in Arlington. And again, this is a project that is about zoning and about future use and potential. It's not necessarily about development that may start tomorrow. So we've established a working group. We have myself, Kelly Leinema, who's my deputy, Teresa Marzelli, who's the outreach coordinator for the town, as well as 2 ARB members, and then 6 community volunteers. Everybody who reached out to me about working with this group was put on the group. And it's an excellent kind of cross section of real professionals, architects, things, people like that, and as well as community engagement folks who are on this working group. We've had 2 meetings of the working group so far in preparation for our first public meeting related to MBTA Communities, which will be on March 9th. I think the time is still to be determined. But one of the things we sort of landed on, the working group, was that this was a project that needed for us to, as a community, pull way out and start to talk about what are our priorities rather than, hey, let's look at a map and start drawing circles. I think, we really do need to start with what are our values, what are our priorities, where does it make the most sense, for the community to have this zone. Close to green space, close to transit, close to churches, close to other services. I think these are still, things that we are working out. So community outreach session, a public meeting on March 9th. We will likely be doing a survey as well. So that's the update I have on MBTA Communities.
Great. I'm sure obviously far from the last such update that we will
Correct.
be getting over the coming months.
Right.
So I am really curious to hear the answer to my next question, because I was, sitting here waiting just for a couple of minutes before we got started, trying to figure out what is a specialized stretch code. So could you please explain what it is that is going before a town meeting?
Sure, and this one's sort of near and dear to my heart as well, in my background as an electrician and working in construction. So in 2010, Arlington and many other communities in Massachusetts, by far the majority, opted into a specialized energy code or a stretch code. Which is essentially the code as it will be in a few years, but applicable now. And it's related to energy efficiency, green building, those sorts of performance indicators in new construction. So Arlington is already subject to the stretch code, which is, stretchier than just the base building code. But there are some communities who want to go a step further. And Arlington probably is one as well. And so we have an opportunity to adopt a specialized stretch code. This will be up for discussion and vote at town meeting. And essentially what it boils down to is efficiency in new construction to achieve the net zero goals of the Commonwealth and certainly of the town. These issues seem to be coming up more and more recently, and it does seem to be, this community's desire to, yes, let's move towards net zero, let's move towards, green building, things like that. So this is an opportunity for us to do it. And essentially what it means is, for new construction, all multifamily new construction will have to be designed as a passive house, which will meet energy ratings in support of net zero. And that any new construction period, multifamily, whatever, will have to be wired regardless of the fuel source that the developer intends to use. So certainly there's always an opportunity for gas, but new construction will be required to be wired for future electrification, which is sort of another campaign that we're working on right now in Electrify Arlington. So we're having a public information session on March 1st. I think this is another kind of issue action item that can get a little in the weeds, but I think ultimately, the way to think about it is it's stretch code plus, and we would be able to, regulate efficiency in new buildings and things like that if we were to adopt it at town meeting.
Stretch code plus certainly reflects Arlington's values, no doubt about that. So
that's clear. Yeah.
And I think that you have some results to share about Arlington Housing Stability Program.
I do. Just such a great use, I think, of ARPA funds, and congratulations to the town manager, for everyone for supporting this use. We have just ended, the last round for 2022, and we have some results from that, which is that we were able to expend about $650,000, and we've made 230 rental or mortgage payments to folks in need over the duration of this program. I think we are looking at doing another round. Should we have enough funds to do something like that? I'd have to go back and see what we said we would do. But the opportunity is there, hopefully, for us to do more. But how successful, I think, what a great distribution, what a great use. And again, I think, ARPA funds in action, this was really, really helpful to people who really needed it. Hear,
hear. That is a rapid kind of excursion through those three topics. Is there anything that we've missed or anything you'd like to add?
So yes, I would love to. In fact, the annual town survey that is put out by Envision Arlington is still available on the town website. And we are trying to get, obviously, as many folks as we can to respond to the survey. All data is useful to us. And the survey will be open through March 1st. For those who, maybe don't necessarily want to click through a survey on a website, we also have paper copies available at the Robbins Library and at the DPCD office in Town Hall Annex here. And then there are drop boxes, either here at the DPCD office or at Robbins Library to drop off your completed survey. So, hopefully people will respond, and we're really looking forward to evaluating the results.
Yeah, I mean, I took the survey myself, and it's really, it's far from onerous, of course. It's definitely useful, and it doesn't even take that much time. So, and it makes you think about some stuff. So that's all that is to the good. All right. Anything else?
No, that's all for today. All we have left is everything else.
Well, we will get out of your hair and let you get to it then. I have been speaking with Claire Ricker, who is the director of our Department of Community, excuse me, Planning and Community Development, excuse me, for this DPCD update. We appreciate Claire's time. We always do, and we appreciate yours. I'm James Milan. We will see you next time.